Comically Correct Comics.
What's up guys, Brian here with Comically Correct Comics, and thank you for tuning in to another video. I'm excited about today's video. Today we're going to talk about a really interesting turn of events with this character, Virus, in the new Venom series that I don't think we've ever seen before in comic collecting. So it's super interesting to me. Let this be a spoiler alert that we are going to talk about the events that transpired in all three of these books. Free Comic Book Day 2020, Venom 25, and Venom 26. Okay, so if you haven't read these issues and you don't want to be spoiled as to what happens inside those issues, go read them first and then come back and watch this video, because we are going to talk about what transpired in each. Also, stay tuned to the end of the video because I am giving away these three actual exact comics in a free giveaway. So stay tuned to the end and I'll give you details about that. So a little background, let's just get started. The reason this caught my eye is that I saw a certain individual on eBay selling the copies of this book, Free Comic Book Day 2020, Spider-Man and Venom, as a pre-sale item, and he sold upwards of over 150 copies for 20 bucks a piece as a pre-sale. And I thought, that's actually quite a bit of money. It was like $2,500 or something that this guy sold these Free Comic Book Day comics for, which is a separate topic in itself. I mean, they're supposed to be free, and distributors are selling them on eBay before they even come out. I don't know how I feel about that whole situation, because they are intended to be free. But nonetheless, he had this listing listed as the first appearance of Virus. And what caught my eye is that there was also listings for Venom 26 as the first appearance of Virus. And there was also listings of Venom number 25 as the first cameo appearance of Virus. And I knew that they couldn't all be right, and so I wanted to figure out which one was correct. So I purchased all the copies and read them, and indeed this comic book, Free Comic Book Day 2020, Spider-Man and Venom number 1, was intended to be the first appearance of Virus. But because of shipping delays due to COVID-19, these didn't hit shelves when they were intended to. In fact, Venom 26 hit shelves before Free Comic Book Day 2020. So it was intended that Free Comic Book Day 2020 would come out in May. They'd probably hit shelves like in April. But the indice in the bottom of the book says May 2020. And indeed, in this book, which is actually a really cool story, if you haven't picked it up, pick it up. You can still get them for free at some comic book shops. You can buy them super cheap on eBay right now. There is definitely a first appearance of Virus, because in the book, Virus gets in a fight with Eddie Brock, and then there's this full-page panel of Virus standing there, which is epic, by the way, where Virus says, "I am Virus." So it's like clear as day who he is, and that is his first appearance. It's not a cameo, it's a full interaction, it's multiple pages. He says who he is, and then at the end of the story, it says to be continued in Venom 26. Well, then when you read Venom 26, there's also a full story about Virus in there. So it's clear that the sequence of events that were supposed to take place were Venom 25, followed by Free Comic Book Day 2020, followed by Venom 26. And what happened in Venom 25, which was the first, was this epic, the very last page of the finale to the Venom Island story arc. The very last page was this 2-panel page of Ryan Stegman art, which I'll put up right here, that is just absolutely epic. And in it, you see Virus standing there, And so technically this would be his first cameo appearance. I mean, it's the first time he appeared inside the story arc, inside a comic book. And then this issue of the book is actually the second print of Venom 25, where it is that same 2-page panel as a wraparound cover of Ryan Stegman variant art. And it's epic. So this didn't come out until after both of these because it's the second print. But that, I don't know if that technically would qualify as a cameo. I mean, he's just standing there in a panel. I guess that's a cameo. But we do know from getting books back from CGC that they don't recognize Venom 25 as having anything to do with virus. It just says there's no designations about what happens in the book. It just says a legacy number for Venom. So whether or not this is a cameo, I believe it is, but CGC is not going to recognize that. And what has been interesting recently is I did see the first copy of Venom 26, and I'll just put a picture of that up right here, that did come back from CGC. And it's interesting what it says. So what it says is, this is the first distributed appearance of virus, intended as the second appearance, but distributed before Free Comic Book Day 2020 due to COVID-19 shipping delay. So there you have it. It was intended to be the second appearance, but it was actually the first appearance because of the coronavirus. If you don't see the irony in that the first appearance of virus was stifled by the actual coronavirus, there's just, to me, that's ironic and funny. If you don't find humor in the current situation that we're in, it's just going to drag you down. And so that's got to be funny, is that the virus, the real virus, has defeated the first appearance of the fictional virus. I mean, it's funny to me. So the question still remains, though, is how is CGC going to recognize these? Are they going to come back and say that it was intended to be the first appearance, but due to COVID-19 shipping delays, it was actually the second distributed appearance? It'll probably say something along those lines. You may be watching this after they start coming back from CGC, so we probably already know what it's going to say. But now, how are collectors going to see it? Well, as of right now, collectors are seeing Venom 26 as having a higher sales numbers, and it's actually just climbing. They're going up and up. And to me, I think it's just a super cool book. For one, it's the first cover appearance of coronavirus. I mean, that's got to be something. It's the first cover appearance of COVID-19 in a CGC label. To me, that's interesting. To me, that is part of comic book history. To me, it's documenting this madness and this craziness that we're going through right now in the world, and it's documented in a CGC label. It's not easy to get something on a CGC label. If any of you have tried to put notes when you submit books of what to mention in it, like there might be a really significant issue that a significant thing happens, but for whatever reason CGC doesn't think it rises to the level of putting it on the label. Well, this made it onto the label, and to me that's significant, and I think it makes it highly collectible. I would go out and pick this up raw and get it graded if I were you, because you could still find a bunch of issues raw, or if you can get a good deal on a graded 9.8, go that route. So anyways, guys, I hope you thought that was as interesting as I did. I love this story arc. I love the character Virus. I can't wait to see what happens with him. Why does he have tape on his uniform? Like, how is he gonna even, he's all taped up? It's weird. But I just am really enjoying the story arc and these characters, and I want to give these copies, all three of these, the first print of Venom 26 cover A, and the first print of, and probably the only print of Spider-Man Venom 2020 number 1. I want to give this away, and I want to give this away, the Ryan Stegman wraparound cover with that epic 2 panels of just epic art. I'm going to give this away as well. They're all near mint. They've all never been read. I would highly anticipate these to come back as 9.8s if you submit them. I want to give all of these away to you, to one of my subscribers. Just getting this channel started and my Instagram and everything going. So head on over to my Instagram at Comically Correct Comics. I'll put a link in the description and it'll tell you everything you need to do to enter to win these free. It'll be totally free. It's just a free giveaway. So make sure that you hit subscribe, like, share. If you don't have Instagram, send me a direct message in the comments or something. I want everyone to be included and get a chance to win these books. And make sure you subscribe and stay notified by hitting the bell, because I'm going to give away a ton of free comic books. I want to give back to you guys, and I'm getting in on these early so I can afford to do it. Also, I've got some good content coming up. I have like a dozen boxes of comics that are coming from different distributors. They're just stuck because of COVID-19. They're stuck in shipping. They've been stuck for like a month. But they should be here any day, and we'll do some more unboxings, some more giveaways. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Smash like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.